If you love horror movies, here is the right channel for you. Today, I'll be doing a review of 10 horror movies of the year 2000. A must-watch. Final Destination, 2000. It all begins with a premonition. A teenage boy sees a plane explode before takeoff and convinces his friends to get off. Moments later, the plane crashes, exactly as he saw. But death doesn't like to be cheated. One by one, the survivors begin dying in freak accidents that feel too precise to be random. Final Destination introduced a terrifying concept that death itself could be the villain. There's no monster to run from, no killer to catch, just inevitability and the ticking clock of fate. Film 2, The Cell, 2000. A visual and psychological descent into madness. Jennifer Lopez stars as a psychologist who enters the mind of a comatose serial killer to find his last victim. What she discovers inside is not just horror, it's art twisted by pain. Tarsem Singh's direction turns every nightmare into a painting. The Cell is less about jump scares and more about what happens when empathy meets evil, when understanding a killer means confronting the darkness within ourselves. Film 3, Hollow Man, 2000. Kevin Bacon plays a brilliant scientist who discovers the secret to invisibility, but loses his humanity in the process. What starts as a scientific breakthrough quickly spirals into obsession, paranoia, and moral decay. Hollow Man turns a classic sci-fi fantasy into a study of unchecked power, showing that the scariest monsters are not the invisible ones, but the ones that look like us before they disappear into madness. Film 4, Scream 3, 2000. The final chapter of the original Scream trilogy. Sidney Prescott faces a Ghostface killer once more, this time in Hollywood, where a movie about her life is being filmed. It's meta, self-aware, and filled with classic Wes Craven tension. Scream 3 reminds us that even when the story feels over, trauma always finds a sequel, and sometimes, the most dangerous place is in a dark alley. It's a movie set. Film 5, What Lies Beneath, 2000. A haunting mix of ghost story and domestic thriller. Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer play a married couple whose perfect life begins to unravel when strange occurrences suggest a presence in their home. The real terror, secrets, lies, and the ghosts we create ourselves. What Lies Beneath is slow burn horror at its finest, proving that the scariest hauntings aren't always supernatural. Sometimes, they come from the people we trust most. Film 6, The Gift, 2000. In a small southern town, a psychic woman, played by Cate Blanchett, begins seeing visions of a missing girl. Her abilities make her both feared and needed. As she helps the police, she unravels dark secrets that tie the town together in guilt, desire, and murder. The Gift is atmospheric horror wrapped in mystery, less about ghosts, more about intuition and human darkness. Film 7, The Watcher, 2000. Keanu Reeves, in one of his most chilling roles, plays a serial killer who taunts a retired FBI agent by sending photos of his next victims. It's a cat-and-mouse game, drenched in dread and obsession. The Watcher explores a thin line between hunter and hunted, and how even when the chase ends, the fear never really stops. Film 8, American Psycho, 2000. I have to return some videotapes. Christian Bale delivers one of the most iconic performances in horror cinema as Patrick Bateman, a wealthy New York banker by day, a sadistic killer by night. But the real question is, what's real and what's fantasy? American Psycho is a razor-sharp critique of materialism, vanity, and the emptiness beneath perfection. It's horror through satire, funny, disturbing, and unforgettable. Film 9, Shadow of the Vampire, 2000. Imagine filming the silent classic Nosferatu, but what if your lead actor was an actual vampire? That's the darkly comedic premise of Shadow of the Vampire, starring Willem Dafoe as Max Schreck, a performance so convincing it earned him an Oscar nomination. The movie explores the price of art and obsession, asking how far creators will go for authenticity and what they are willing to sacrifice for it. Film 10, Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2, 2000. After the massive success of the Blair Witch Project, the sequel takes a meta twist, focusing on a group of fans obsessed with the original legend. But as they explore the woods, reality begins to unravel. What's real, what's staged, and what's madness? While it didn't capture the magic of the first film, Blair Witch 2 remains an interesting experiment in media horror, showing how obsession with fear can make us part of the curse. The year 2000 gave us more than just scares, it gave us reflection. These films didn't just make us scream, they made us think. From the inevitability of death in Final Destination, to the psychology of evil in The Cell, to the madness of modern life in American Psycho, horror was evolving. So which of these 2000 horror classics still haunts you the most? Drop your answer in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me next time on Movie Sand Review 04, where every shadow hides a story, and every story hide.